Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central. CFL content for the fans, by the fans. We got another interesting video coming up as Isaiah Wooden has re-signed with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. This actually happened a few days ago, about 5 days ago, but we have been so busy with all these other videos, previews, reviews, the whole 9 yards, everybody talking about Atlantic Canada, everybody talking about the new TV deal coming in next year. So it took us a while before we could finally get to this, but we did. And for starters, Rick, you're the Ticat fan. I got to ask, how are you feeling having Isaiah Wooden back with the Ticats after his short NFL stint?
I'm curious to see what he can bring. Yeah. To be honest, I have to look something up because I was just looking at something as you were talking, and he's 26. Alfred's 34.
Yeah, because they had they had released Alfred when signing Wooden. So that was something that some people were a little bit upset about because of the fact that Alfred had played solid in that first preseason game.
But here's the thing, though. So beginning of camp, I can't remember what day the interview was. Milanovic is like, well, some of these guys that are here need to get their crap and gear and everything because a lot of people have kicked, are not into shape yet.
Yeah.
And it's just like they would not have cut Alfred if he was doing well in camp and everything. So something tells me like they only brought in Alfred until Wooden was cut.
Yeah, well, I know I do. He had played. Isaiah Wooden had played exceedingly well for the Ticats when he came back. But this is one of those things where I think Mario Alfred is a guy that this is a guy that will find a job somewhere. You know what I mean? If a returner goes down somewhere or a team is desperately in need of a returner, I think this is a guy that will be scooped up off the free agency market. So I don't think this is going to be fully putting him out of work, if you know what I mean. So.
Also, FYI, I don't know the terms of this deal. I think it's just like a 1-year deal. There's no...
Considering how late that this happened, I wouldn't be surprised, but because if I'm just going through the 3 Down Nation article that they posted on May 25th, the Tiger Cats signed American receiver and returner Isaiah Wooden Sr. Veteran returner Mario Alfred was released to make room for the 26-year-old to return to Hamilton after a stint with the Cleveland Browns. He signed with the I almost called them the Clowns. I'm sure there are maybe some people who hate the Browns that call them the Clowns. He signed with the Browns in January, but was waived on May 19th. Again, less than a week later, he's already back in the Hammer. We're excited to have Isaiah back with our organization. President of Football Operations Orlando Steinauer said in a statement, he's an explosive athlete who knows our environment, understands our expectations, and adds another dynamic piece to our roster. The 5'9", 170-pound returner appeared in 15 games of the Ticats over 2024 and 2025 seasons, recording 45 kickoff returns for 1,185 yards, 2 touchdowns, while adding 38 punt returns for 570 yards and 1 touchdown, plus 2 special teams tackles. Also in 2025, he led the CFL in punt return average, 15 yards per return on the punt return, and ranked second in kickoff return average, 26.3 yards. Isaiah is a great teammate and an elite returner, head coach Scott Milanovic said in a statement. I believe he is just scratching the surface of what he can contribute to our team. We are thrilled to bring him back in Hamilton. Rick, I don't think there's any question that Isaiah Wooden was a very, very key part of, and arguably one of the most important pieces of the Ticats special teams in the last 3 years.
When he was actually interviewed, I can't remember if it was with Troy Durrell or like Steve Milton or something like that. But apparently, when they released him to go play in the NFL, they basically told him, "Listen, you get cut, and we have a spot for you."
Yeah. Well, and that is the impression that he left with Hamilton, in the sense that is how good that he did. It was one of those things where they're kind of like, We're gonna let you pursue your dreams. Go do what you can, kid. Best of luck to you. If it doesn't work out, though, there's
mind you,
there's no unemployment for you.
Mind you, him and Janoris Grant got that guy that $1 million last year, so obviously he's doing something right.
Yeah, but yeah, because even if we look at Isaiah Wooden through his time in college, he had went in 2018. He played Div 2 at Dixie State, done decent there. As a receiver. They had not really played him. They had played him a little bit in a returner spot. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of stats available on what I'm looking at. But then he goes to FBS in 2019, plays for Kent State, playing for the Golden Flashes, and does decent there. Again, and like if I'm looking there in his time, he doesn't really get much in his first year. If I'm looking here. As he really does not see the field, whether it's kick return, punt return, receiving, doesn't really happen. And then his second year, he starts to get a little bit of time at receiver, only like 4 receptions, though. They didn't really, he doesn't play returner there. He doesn't play returner at all for any team until 2023 when he plays FCS at Southern Utah, where he then gets an average of 8.56 punt return yards there. As well as, actually, sorry, my mistake. That was when he played punt returner. Kickoff returner, though, he plays first in 2021 over at Kent State. Goes to Hamilton in 2024. Goes up to the Chargers in 2024 as well. And then back with Hamilton for 2025, 2026. Again, short stint with the Browns, but doesn't actually... it's not even logged on Football Database just because he had been up there for literally just a couple months. But overall, he's a damn good player. He's back in the CFL. He's a young guy. He was only born in 2000, and he's doing well. So, is there anything else that you got there, Rick? I think that's all I got.
Not really.
All right. So, best of luck. Congratulations to him on the new contract. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into our video. Make sure you guys leave a like, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the description below to our Discord, where we discuss all things CFL, NHL, all sorts of sports stuff, so check it out. Also, all of the weekly CFL depth charts are available there, as well as injury reports, articles, the whole shebang, all the stuff posted from everywhere. We just kind of just funnel into there. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.